Hi, I'm Sabrina Habib, and I'm presenting on behalf of myself and Dr. Lisa Duke Cornell. Different approaches to technology in the creative classroom. Rapid changes in the industry landscape make our research timely and important. Students with communication degrees are competing with less expensive global talent and non-professionals in all applied creative endeavors. We are at a tipping point in any creative field where real-world skills are constantly being redefined. The advertising industry is experiencing a seismic transition in the way it operates and therefore the way new students are trained. The present study is part of a larger research. The current aspect being explored here is focused on how professors approach the use of technology in their creative advertising classrooms. For the purpose of the study, the word technology is defined by the use of software such as Photoshop and digital means of communications like video conferencing or social media, and also the advertising product. In the past, advertising students created ads mainly for print, TV, or radio, media with long histories of failures and successes, deep-rooted research, and proven lesson plans. Now, students and teachers have to learn skills and approaches as they're invented. They work with media that is only months old and bring no research or history with them. This content has to be integrated across devices and screens, demanding new forms of thinking visually and conceptually, as well as new technical skills that are constantly evolving. Our theoretical approach is based on the theory of flow by Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. Flow is the mental state in which a person involved in an activity is fully immersed in a feeling of energized focus, full involvement, and success in the process of the activity. According to Csikszentmihalyi, flow is most likely to occur in situations in which people have developed a high level of skill in a creative task, which also presents them with a high level of challenge. Portfolio schools are specifically geared to students who want to pursue creative jobs in the advertising industry. In order to address these issues, we're focusing on schools that have been recognized for their superior preparation and placement of students in increasingly competitive communication industries. Therefore, we decided to interview mainly portfolio schools faculty, with the exception of a few colleges and universities that have highly distinguished creative advertising tracks. When possible, we traveled to schools and conducted the interviews on location, and the interviews that were not possible to be done in person were recorded via Skype. But regardless of the method used, all of the interviews lasted an average of 1 hour. We then coded the interviews using a software called Studio Code, and that's what we used for analysis and coding. Our first approach we titled Deferring Technology, and the participant is Dr. Patty Alvey. She's the Distinguished Chair and Director of the Tamerlan Advertising Institute at the Southern Methodist University. In the next clip, she explains the role of technology during her class time.
We give them that first semester of separating it, getting the skill sets, and getting the idea generation skill sets, and to specifically focus on those. And then we move to where it's still all about the idea, we're talking about it, and technology is right next door. You can go sit at the machine and produce it all.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that in the classroom at the machine.
The deferring approach requires students to step away from abundant information and virtual connections to sort out important thoughts and ideas. In the next clip, she's going to explain how she strives to separate these technical skills from creative thinking in her classroom.
Some of us who are teaching begin to pull the students out of the technology. And in fact, in one of our classes, in the first concepting, the first creative level class, we actually don't use computers at all.
Oh, that's interesting.
We actually have them use, God forbid, old-fashioned markers. and so we're kind of exercising the absence of technology.
The second approach we titled Balancing Technology. The participant is David Foote. He's the director of the advertising program at the Ringling College of Art and Design. He fully integrates concept and execution within the same classes and assignments. Although Foote sees the value in technology, he also perceives it as a distraction during class and a diversion from idea development. He describes the balanced approach in the classroom in the next two clips.
I'm teaching drawing right now in first year, and that we had Illustrator as a component of the project, and making them do sketches every week, 25, 50, 100 time sketches or whatever, give them an assignment in their sketchbook. Sure, I had the student say, "Can I just start it in Illustrator without doing this?" I'm like, "No, it's going to look like you did it in Illustrator." We have every student that comes here gets a MacBook Pro and a free subscription while they're here to lynda.com. And so what we do when it comes to software and teaching software, we assign chapters and watching lynda.com. If you're familiar with that, it's like the best video training software, as we would books.
Integrating drawing with Illustrator is a great example of how Foote blends the presence and absence of technology during his classes. Assigning software training as a homework enables him to spend class time focused on creative development. The third and last approach is called predominant technology, and the participant is Pippa Seacrest. She's the president and co-founder of the Miami Ad School, a highly regarded portfolio school with campuses around the world. At the Miami Ad School, the students are encouraged to use social media during class. Pippa explains they'll be creating for that medium, and therefore it has to be integrated within the classes.
Like this, we say, do all of this stuff, but not in class. But actually now, sometimes we're having them do it in class because that's the method of participating.
Right, but then they're not doing it for somebody else or outside of class purpose. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Like, we don't want them tweeting about what they ate for breakfast, but if they're tweeting about what someone's presenting in the class or pulling up examples to then share to enrich that person's work, that's cool. That's exactly how that social media should be used. Embrace it, don't eliminate it.
The Miami Ad School uses video conferencing as a means of teaching live online classes. Unlike traditional online classes, if you can already call it that, where the students can log in and watch the lectures at their own convenience, at the Miami Ad School they have to participate and interact, even collaborate with other students from different countries. And this next clip, she's going to explain how these virtual classes work.
We even had an art director in San Francisco teaming with a copywriter in Miami on a project throughout the quarter, and they would present. They all move up closer on the screens. You can zoom in on people, and so that person's there in this, and they're presenting to the group, looking at their work on the other side. And we use different technologies in classes so that the whole class can even comment and work on the piece of work that they're presenting, or modify the copy, or highlight things, and comment and critique. And they'll be at home Skyping with each other, brainstorming things, or using different technologies for teaming, and it works great.
The Miami Ad School uses technology not only as a required skill for students, they also use it to enhance their teaching methods. This study shows that emphasis on innovation is at the forefront of all the schools that participated, as you'll see in the next clip.
So I pulled together all the award-winning work from ours in 1 year, from one show, Clio's, D&AD, all the big shows. And there wasn't an ad or a TV spot in anything that won. It was all an idea, a product idea, some sort of innovation. Even this one is how to improve education for a brand. I mean, it's all brand related.
Right, I understand.
But it was really, really interesting that it's not the future anymore. It's not where it's going to be. It's where it is right now.
In conclusion, all of our participants agree that they place their emphasis on innovation and they regard technology as a skill comparative to craft. And so we developed this model to show the relationship between technology and creativity. For our participants, technology is fundamental for the success of the students. It requires skills, but anyone who desires can achieve these skills. The resources are readily available to everyone. And technology is at the bottom compared to creativity in terms of hierarchy. Creativity is considered to have unparalleled importance in the student's success during school and post-graduation. Creativity is taught without the aid of electronic technology in concept development classes. And being creative is not a skill easily acquired by everyone. The resources are not cheap or readily available. And so all of our participants agreed that the combination of the elements in creativity and all the elements in technology create a well-rounded and industry-ready student, therefore achieving the goals set by the schools through their curriculum. In conclusion, creative thinking is the most important skill that they teach, and proficiency in software is essential, but merely a tool. And that's what all of our participants agreed on. However, when translating these perceptions into practice, each school has a really different approach. The first approach, defer technology, separates the students from any technological device during classes, emphasizing idea development. The second approach, balancing technology, has the importance of creativity without any technological aid, but then introduces software execution within the same assignment. The last, predominant technology, replaces one-on-one communication in many instances, for example, tweeting instead of raising hands to interact with teachers during lectures, and therefore highly integrating technology in the teaching methods. This study examined different approaches teachers have towards technology in their creative classrooms. It is a part of a larger research that includes teachers' and students' perceptions of technology and creativity in the classroom. From both the teachers' and students' perspectives, we're also investigating how each implementation of technology and creativity affect brainstorming, collaboration, and environment. Thank you for watching and have a great day.